Have you ever said yes when every part of you was screaming no? Maybe it was agreeing to a favor that drained you, or staying quiet when you wanted to speak up. What if I told you that one word, just 2 letters, could unlock more time, more freedom, and even more self-respect? That word is no. Today, we're diving into one of the most underrated superpowers in our emotional toolkit, the power of saying no. Welcome to The Inspired Lens, the podcast where stories illuminate truths and moments of reflection spark personal transformation. I'm your host, Silas Lounge, and today's episode is a heart-to-heart about boundaries, burnout, and the bravery of protecting your peace. Let me take you back to a Tuesday morning that changed my life. The sky was a dull gray, the kind that presses on your shoulders like the world is asking too much of you, and you're too polite to say it is. I was juggling client meetings, helping a friend move apartments, saying yes to last-minute requests, and barely surviving on cold coffee and cortisol. That morning, I got a call. Another friend, lovely, kind-hearted, but always in need, asked for help organizing a weekend event. I smiled, said yes, and hung up. Then I sat on the edge of my bed and cried. Not because of the event, but because I realized I had betrayed the one person I was supposed to take care of, myself. That was the day I started learning the art of saying no, not out of selfishness, but out of self-respect. So why is saying no so hard? For many of us, especially the kind-hearted givers of the world, saying no feels like letting someone down. We fear disappointing others, damaging relationships, or being seen as unkind. But let me offer a truth here. Every time we say yes to something that drains us, we're saying no to something that could nurture us. Whether it's rest, creativity, solitude, or simply space to breathe, your time is finite, your energy is sacred, and your boundaries are the framework of your emotional architecture. I've met so many beautiful souls burned out by their own kindness. There was Maya, a nurse who stayed late every shift, volunteered at community events, and never said no to family favors. She confessed to me during a coaching session, "I feel invisible in my own life." Or Kevin, a small business owner who bent over backwards to please clients, only to lose his passion and peace of mind in the process. Their stories echo a silent epidemic: emotional overextension. It's the unseen weight we carry when we prioritize everyone else's needs above our own. And the cure? It's not cold detachment, it's conscious boundary setting rooted in self-worth. Saying no isn't rejection, it's redirection. It's not a wall, it's a doorway back to your values. When you say no to a project that doesn't align, you're saying yes to something more meaningful. When you say no to toxic patterns, you're saying yes to your healing. When you say no to pleasing everyone, you're saying yes to your peace. And listen, it's not always easy, especially if you've been conditioned to equate kindness with compliance. But true kindness includes yourself. Boundaries are not barriers, they are bridges to authenticity. So, how do we actually start setting boundaries without the guilt trip that often follows? Here are 5 powerful, doable strategies. 1. Pause before you answer. You don't owe anyone an instant response. When someone makes a request, take a beat. Say, "Let me check my schedule and get back to you." That small pause gives you time to assess your energy and priorities. 2. Practice polite but firm phrases. Saying no doesn't mean being rude. Here are a few go-to lines. "I wish I could help, but I'm overextended right now." "I have to prioritize other commitments at the moment." "That doesn't align with my current focus, but thank you for thinking of me." 3. Start small. Begin by setting boundaries in low-risk situations. Decline that extra Zoom call or politely skip an event you're not excited about. Build your no muscle 1 rep at a time. 4. Identify your boundary violators. Take note of people or situations that consistently drain you. Is it a particular friend, a toxic boss, or even your own perfectionism? Awareness is the first step to boundary setting. 5. Remember your why. Boundaries aren't just about limitation, they're about liberation. What do you want more of in your life? Peace, time, creativity, energy? Every no you say is a yes to that vision. Let me tell you about Jasmine, a creative entrepreneur who used to say yes to every collaboration. She feared missing out. She feared offending people. But over time, she was burned out and creatively numb. After working on setting clear priorities and learning how to respectfully decline, something amazing happened. She landed her dream client, started writing again, and even took a solo trip that reignited her passion. She told me, saying no helped me find my yes again. And then there's Marco, who finally told his over-demanding boss that he couldn't work late anymore. He was terrified. But guess what? His boss respected him more. Because real boundaries often inspire real respect. At the heart of it all, this is not about being stubborn. It's about being so deeply connected to your worth that you no longer abandon yourself to make others comfortable. You matter. Your energy, your joy, your peace, they all matter. And sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself and others is to say, no, not this time, not at the cost of me. Because here's the truth, friend. When you protect your peace, you expand your power. If you've ever struggled to say no, I hope today's episode reminded you of your right to take up space, to protect your time, and to lead with courage. Boundaries aren't about building walls. They're about building a life that honors your truth. Here's your challenge for the week. Say one honest no this week, and watch what freedom follows. If today's episode resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Maybe a friend who's burning out, or a colleague who's always overcommitting. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a soul-stirring episode from The Inspired Lens. Until next time, stay grounded, stay brave, and remember, you're not here to please the world, you're here to be whole.